Forgive me, I redrafted my comments based on some of what I heard today, so forgive me if I'm a little all over the place. My name's Darcey Addo. I'm a teacher, and in Florida, that's not always a badge of honor, but it's more than just my job, it's my identity. Being a teacher means that I abide by a code of ethics, and that indicates that my primary professional concern will always be for my student, and that I will seek to exercise my best professional judgment and integrity. I take my code of ethics very seriously, and that's why I'm here today to talk to you about the accountability system. I've taught children for 13 years. I'm an expert in my field by many measures, and I work regularly to improve my practice. But Florida teachers have been systematically stripped of our ability to teach with creativity and to assess with autonomy. And I resent that. It's either because Florida is determined to vilify teachers or because decision makers in Florida are beholden to some political narrative that's more important than the children that I teach. So today, you're set with the task of setting cut scores, and that's so that schools can be graded, so that children can be labeled and sorted, so that funds can be allocated. But I want to remind you that just because we can measure something doesn't mean that we should. And the things that we do choose to measure, we have to use the appropriate measurement assessment. And we have to get the measurement right. We call that data integrity. That's another topic that I know a lot about. We heard this morning about things that that we have to get the cut scores right because we only have one opportunity to do that. But I think that's actually a little bit intellectually dishonest because ETS, which is the authority on assessment, says that when they're defining the process, they say that it is critical to follow a defensible process and be willing to start over if cut scores are outweighed by negative consequences. So we really don't have just one opportunity to do this. I think that's a really important thing to note. I also heard a lot of conversation about what different members of the board believe about how you motivate academic success. And I thought that was really interesting because I'm a researcher too, and we don't have to make this decision based on what anybody believes because there's research that we use or we should use to make decisions. Like I was thinking about Daniel Pink's research. He talks about a lot, 4 decades of research, about how we motivate people. He does research on human behavior. He talks about autonomy, mastery, and purpose. Those are the 3 main things that motivate human behavior. So I thought that was really interesting. So I just want to end by saying that as a mother of 2 children in public schools, I just demand better for my own children. So I won't allow them to be pawns in a political sort of game that public education seems to have become. Instead, until all of the high stakes are removed from our assessment, my children will not participate. Until all the high stakes for teachers, for children, for schools, and for districts are removed, my own children won't participate.
Thank you, Mrs. Addo. Thank you. The next speaker is Kim